Recently on Facebook, I posted the question, should everyone be an entrepreneur? Now, there's a lot of heated debate on this question. I got some interesting responses. A lot of them were no. Your answer to that question might be no as well, but I'm betting that after this episode, I'm going to change your answer to yes, and you're going to be agreeing with me that everyone should be an entrepreneur. Let's see what happens. Here's what I'm going to present in this video. I'm kind of excited about this one. So first of all, I want to get your responses. There's a poll right here because I want to know, do you think that everyone should be an entrepreneur? Okay, and then I'm going to dive into everyone else's responses on this Facebook post, and you'll see what everyone's opinion is. But then I'm going to lay the case of why I think that everyone should be an entrepreneur. Now, I know you might think I'm crazy, but I'm betting by the end of this episode that most of you are going to change your mind and you're going to agree with me. Are you ready? So the very first response, quickest one that I got, said nope right off the bat. So I asked him why, and somebody else responded, because not everyone has the desire or the ability. Natalie Bowman says, no, my husband would hate it. Teddy Hodges said, ha ha ha, no. Mary says, of course not. Ashley says, definitely not. Mario says, I believe anyone can, should, however. The choice is theirs. Jason says, nope. Michelle says, nope. Kevin says, not everyone is suited. Aaron says, nope. Felicia says, nope. Not everyone's cut out for it. Gina says, no, we're all here for different reasons. Charlotte says, no, it's not for everyone. The world is vast. There's a place for everyone. I love that answer. Kristen says, definitely not. Robin Scott says, you bet your sweet bippy they should. So we got one vote yes. Mary says, stupid question. Oh, man. That hurts, Mary. Julie says, nope. Naomi says, the world needs more leadership, but that doesn't always look like entrepreneurship. Okay. Bill says, no. There were a couple that were more in favor. So Molly says, well, when you think about it, an entrepreneur is really a mindset, not a job. It's a mindset, so on and so forth. So she says, yes, I think everyone should be an entrepreneur. Kind of like her line of thinking there. And Richie says, well, anyone that wants should. Entrepreneurship is 100% learnable skill. So overwhelmingly, the response to my question was a big no or nope or absolutely not, or that was a stupid question. Okay, let me make a case for entrepreneurship. First, I believe within my soul that entrepreneurship is noble. There's just something about everything that you go through as an entrepreneur that means growth, that means struggle and triumph. It's kind of like this battle of good versus evil. At least that's how I feel about it in my mind. Like there's just something noble about entrepreneurship. So let's get specific. Like entrepreneurs create. It is such an important part of life to create. To go to religion a little bit, I believe that one day I get to become like my God. My God who created this planet, I am his child and I am an heir to what he is. I get to become a creator, and in this life I get to experience that. And there are a lot of ways that we can create. Entrepreneurship is a huge one. We face challenges and problems. Like another huge advantage to entrepreneurship that I see is that we get to make mistakes and learn from them. See, entrepreneurs have tenacity. They have that stick-to-itness. When they fall, they pick themselves back up, they brush themselves off, they learn from it, and they try something else, and they keep going. Like my own journey, 8 years, a financial roller coaster. I believe in entrepreneurship so much that just a few years ago, at one of the financial bottoms, being a dad, going to my mom and saying, hey mom, can I borrow some money? Or really, can I have some money? And the response that I expected and the response that she gave that stung so much is, Nate, why don't you just get a job? It's like, it hurts. It hurts because I feel like I'm working for something that's more noble, that I've created something, I've grown so much, and I believe in my ideas. I know that it's going to work. And other people in those low moments can't see that. I'm so glad that my mom is so super proud of me right now that I did stick with it. The first 8 years were that financial roller coaster. The last couple of years, I guess maybe I finally arrived. I feel like I've still got a ton of goals, but I'm just not under any financial stress like I experienced often throughout those first 8 years. So how is that a benefit of entrepreneurship? Well, I look back and would I trade it? Like part of me wants to say yes, but the other part of me is like, I wouldn't be the person I am today without those struggles. I love the opportunity of trying something, failing at it, but learning from it. Now I have wisdom. I have so much wisdom from all these lousy mistakes that I made, all these lessons that I learned. Entrepreneurship is like the best personal development program I could ever go into. I mean, I love everything that I learned by being a part of a religion and being a man of faith. I love all the lessons that I learned of being a family man, being a husband, being a father. I learned so much. Entrepreneurship is right up there. Entrepreneurship is an amazing personal development program. In order to succeed as an entrepreneur and to succeed in a really competitive world, you've got to innovate. You've got to be a problem solver. You've got to find solutions. And I love efficiency. I call myself the master of efficiency. Entrepreneurs become really good at finding more and more efficient ways of doing things. Have you seen the Disney movie Moana? You know, the Hawaiian Disney princess? I think she's an entrepreneur. Okay, so here's what I mean. I think entrepreneurs have gotten really good at listening to that inner voice, right? Moana, she had responsibilities on the island. She grew up and she really respected that. She loved her island, she loved her people, but there was this inner voice calling to her something that she needed to do. And ultimately, when she followed that inner voice, she ended up serving her people on the island in a much bigger way. In my journey of entrepreneurship, I've had a lot of experiences of hearing that inner voice. And when I do follow that inner voice, it's hard, especially when everyone around you tells her that you're crazy. I mean, in the Moana movie, right, people told her that she was crazy, that she was kooky dukes. You know, even when, and it doesn't seem to be working. Yet I know, and I just feel this voice inside telling me, this is what you're meant to do. You can do this. You can succeed. Even when no one else around you believes, entrepreneurship gives you a great opportunity to listen to that inner voice. Entrepreneurs also learn leadership. Just by the nature of turning your business from self-employed to really being a business owner, you hire people, you lead people, you train people, and over time you get better and better at it. You learn leadership. Another great advantage of entrepreneurship is you learn public speaking. I'm quite introverted, at least I feel like I'm an extrovert inside. It doesn't really make sense to other people, but that's how I feel. But I've had to learn to speak in front of people. I speak on stages now, and what used to totally terrify me now lights me up. It's totally because of this journey that I put myself on entrepreneurship. I got a big one for you. Entrepreneurs have to learn self-discipline. And when you don't have coworkers around you, if you don't have a boss like needing reports or needing things by a deadline, you control the deadlines. You have to learn self-discipline. And a lot of people say that they can't handle entrepreneurship because they don't have that self-discipline. I didn't have the best self-discipline in the beginning, and that's why my businesses early on weren't as successful. But I've learned self-discipline. And so if you want to learn self-discipline, become an entrepreneur. An amazing principle that I'm teaching my kids right now is the difference between trading time for money and trading ideas for money, right? Or learning the principle of leverage. And in talking to my kids about this, they really got excited. And my daughter asked me the question like, well, Dad, where's a good place to start? And I said, well, maybe it is a good place to start trading time for money so you can learn what that's like. And I let them know that, you know, right now, when people hire me for consulting, I charge $1,000 per hour. And my kids were pretty impressed with that. And they had a hard time comprehending that I said, I really don't enjoy it. Because I don't. It's really taxing on my brain because I put a lot into it. I really want to help them. And leading up to it, my brain gets worn out and exhausted. But no matter how high a dollar amount you can put on trading time for money, there's still that ceiling. And there is a difference of leverage and really trading your ideas for money. I mean, one of the most exciting things I'm working on right now, and my videographer might be excited to hear this, I'm actually writing a book series, a fantasy book series. I don't know why. Maybe this is audacious, but I'm confident that it's going to rival Harry Potter. I love the Harry Potter series. I've learned so much by reading that. I listened to it in the spring again. And as I listen to it, I just know I can do this. And I'm putting my ideas out there. I'm writing this series, and that's a way that I'm going to be leveraging my time for money. Being an entrepreneur has really helped me learn and understand this principle. Okay, so you tell me, should everyone create? Do you think it would be good if everyone learned to innovate, to be creative, to learn to be problem solvers? Do you think it would be good for everyone to learn to make mistakes and try again, to pick themselves up and to keep trying until they succeeded? Do you think that everyone should go through a great personal development program? Do you think that personal development is valuable? What about listening to that inner voice, that Moana voice that I described? Do you think that that's important for people to learn to listen to? What about developing leadership? What about developing public speaking skills? What about developing self-discipline? Is that important for people to learn? And what about that lesson of trading time for money versus trading ideas for money? Do you think that that's an important lesson to learn? That's why I think everyone should be an entrepreneur. Now, I admit, I don't know if I can do a second poll in the video. I'm gonna try it. If not, go ahead and do it in the comments below. But I'll ask the question if your answer changed. Now, do you think that everyone should be an entrepreneur? On the topic of entrepreneurship, there's another video that I'll link to right here that I think you'll really enjoy watching next. It's how to get people to buy your product. In that video, I take you through my journey of where I had a great idea, I knew it was gonna work, but nobody would buy it, and then how I was able to transform that. Now I've got a great track record of success, and it's a pretty simple formula. It takes some time, but if you follow it, you'll get results as well. So I'll link to that video next.